Hey, Rough Riders. This is Mademoiselle Mosley again. I hope everybody is doing fine tonight. I want to talk a little bit about pedigree. And if it's some things that you don't understand, the definition of it's fine. You can look it up for yourself when the video is done. But so that when y'all step into these families that has a certain type of standard, you will understand that the standard is mostly just a front. It's not the real inner aspect of the individual. It's some of it to make them feel better than you, even though they're not really truly better than you. You know that saying, it says a dog eat dog world? It's a sad world when the dog that's trying to eat you live in the same kennel. Living right in the same kennel as you. See, a kennel is a shelter for a dog. So, metaphorically, I'm speaking of the house you dwell in as a house that a dog dwell in, being that I'm speaking more on pedigree and the aspect of animalistic, because we have to be realistic. Some of these people are not as human as we think that they are. They operate on an animalistic view. Dog eat dog. Let's get to it. So, like I said, they live in the same kennel as you, and you're the same pedigree, same mother and father, same pure blood, as they call it. It's usually required in the upper class that they keep their family line clean from all lower class individuals. So they pick who their children are gonna marry, even if love is not involved. Which, if that's their thing, that's their thing. But I'm trying to explain something to y'all just in case you come in contact with one of these families and you're trying to integrate yourself within that family because somebody in that family wants you there. Okay? The bloodline is what's in their mind. The bloodline is all that's on their mind. It doesn't mean they're good people. Just because they're upper class don't mean good. Don't get nothing crossed up with upper class, meaning good people. They can still be trash. And trash in the sense of they look good on paper, but trash on values. Trash on values outside of the view that they have. Trash on values. That's the problem right there. They look like a duck, quack like a duck, walk like a duck, but they live like, I'm going to let y'all fill in the blank today. But they good, like I said, good on paper, but trash on values outside of the view that they want you to view them as. If you don't view them like they want you to view them, you trash. Which you're not trash. But they want to view you as trash because you have different views than they have. That's why if you're a person of value and you try to enter this family, and I'm talking about you got values. You may not be, got all the money and mansions and cars and the clothes, but you got real values. You have morals, real moral values. They're going to call you what they are. When they find out that you have good values and their values test their values, because they really don't have the values that you have, they're going to call you what they are: common trash. Yes. See, they're projecting on you their truth. They're calling you something because you don't have what they have on the outside, but you have greatness on the inside. So they're going to judge you on the things that you don't have and what they do. So they're projecting their truth on you because what you stand for convicts them of what they are truly not. Loving, kind, honorable, faithful, trustworthy. They don't have that. They will try to test you though. They will try to test you to see if they can lower your standards. They want to see if they can get you to do what they do on the sly. You know what I'm saying? To see if you just faking like they faking. So they're going to try to test your standards. And when they cannot budge your standards, when they can't lower your standards as low as they are, even though they look upper class, when they can't lower your standards, they will be in disbelief that someone can actually love themselves enough. They'll be surprised that somebody could actually love themselves enough not to be impressed by their stuff. Because some people lower their standards for things or to be a part of something that's not even a part of anything. They just don't want you to test them. They want you to be like them so they can be free to feel okay in their disability. Their disability to love, their disability to be honorable, their disability to be honest, their disability to care for someone. So, so whomever you're loving in this family, they don't want them to be truly loved. That's why they don't like you too. Because you may actually awaken the person that you're loving that they need to get on and live their own life in their own way and not to live this manipulative way to do things to people to gain things that they're going to eventually lose. But you showing them some real love, some real care that show that there's people really out there like that. They don't want them to be truly loved. They don't. That's why they have got them so bound by the things that the family has been accustomed to. That's what they bound to. They're too afraid to go out of bounds because the family that they inbound with do so many out of bound things that they can't believe that someone like you is inbound. Doing the right thing, living life, loving them for real, because they do too much fake stuff. So they keep this person bound by the things they're accustomed to that have served them no greater purpose. It's just things on the surface. Everything that this upper class family pedigree that look like they are honorable and respectable and have really grind and do things, they done did some grimy stuff to get what they got to make them look like they have. But it belongs to someone else. So instead of them being truly what they're projecting to be, they're just a bunch of thieves. What God sent you to do in that family is to break the dog spirit. That person that you're loving, God sent you to that person to break the dog spirit, to purify that bloodline from all that toxicity. because he knew that you would take a stand and you would do what it is that you need to do. And that family know it too. They can feel your vibration. They feel your energy. They feel what you do to him or her when you are around them, and they come back around them. They got a whole different view of life. It's like they energetically giving off the positive energy that they never had before. They're seeing things differently. So he sent you to break that dog spirit and that pedigree so that the bloodline can be set free. Can be set free from all the demonic activity. That's why they won't accept you. That's why you're so unacceptable. Look how he or she lives their life. Common folk. Oh, yes. They won't accept you because that would have to change. If they would accept you, they would have to change their whole point of view that has no view. Their point of view don't have no view. Their point of view has no view. So they would have to change how they view things if they allowed you to come in and actually prove them to be a lie. And that's not what you're trying to do. You're not trying to prove them to be a lie. You're trying to make them understand there is another way to live. That love truly exists. But even if they decide not to be with you, the person whom you're trying to show this light to, or they try to, be with you, and show you a fake view of who they are, you're going to see right through it. You're going to see right through it and you're going to drop it like it's hot. I'm gone. Because you're too real and you understand life in a real way to hang around fake people to make people think that you're something that you're not. When it all ends, when life comes to an end, ain't none of that stuff gonna help you. And it don't matter if you believe in God or not, you're gonna have to answer regardless. So I hope that helped y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, get it before it gets you. I'm out.